Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear. Please join us today. I'll be sharing the glories of DamodarAstakam during the Kartik Mass, and please join us for Guru Pranati and Harinam. Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshitarine Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Guruve namaha. Mukham karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yat kripa tadaham vande Shri Gurum dīnataranam. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Please join us for Harinam. So today we will be covering verse 6 of Shri DamodarAstakam. And sage Satavrata, he spoke DamodarAstakam in Padma Puran. Padma Puran was composed by Srila Kṛṣṇa Dvaipanya Vyasdev, the father of Shukdev Goswami. And Srila Vyasdev, when he captured this, so this is a conversation between sage Satavrata with Devashi Narada and Shaunaka Rishi. In Padma Puran this occurs. And as we understand, DamodarAstakam is directly related to Damodar Leela. And here sage Satavrata is teaching us how to pray and be the recipient of Lord's mercy, His causeless mercy. So sometimes people, they say that why do we have to pray? Lord is in our heart. He knows that we love Him and He loves us. And we can directly reciprocate in our heart. Well, the very basis of any relationship, any successful relationship is love. And love is, paramount in the mood of giving, not in the mood of taking, not in the mood of accepting, expecting, or not in the mood of ready to just take more and more to our side. Rather, it is in the mood of giving. So we are limited. Lord is unlimited. And so sage Satavrata is identifying that quality. Jivera Sarup Hoya Kṛṣṇa Nityadas. Kṛṣṇera Tatashta Shakti Bed Abhed Prakash. So we living entities, we are Lord's marginal potency, and we are the eternal servant of Lord Shri Kṛṣṇa. Jivera Sarup Hoya. Our very constitutional position, our very nature is that we are eternal servant of Kṛṣṇa. And when we are in this material world deluded by the material energy, we think that we are the Lord's. So in that delusion is caused by Maya. Maya means that which is not. And so if we are not serving Kṛṣṇa, we are serving Maya. Just like Tatashta Shakti. So Tat is the bank of a river. So whatever is, the water line, when it rises up, that Tat either comes, the bank of the river either comes under the water or is above the water. So if the water is material energy and it rises and the bank of the river comes under the water, that is the state where, it is under the influence, it's in contact with water. So similarly, we living entities in this material world, when deluded, are under the, control of Maya Devi, material energy. And so we are serving material energy. And in which form are we serving? That's another question people ask. So, Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Hriday Deshe Arjuna Tishtati Brahmin Sarva Bhutani Yantra Rudhani Mayaya. Lord Kṛṣṇa says, Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Hriday Deshe Arjuna Tishtati. He is revealing to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita that Lord is residing, Ishvara is residing in everyone's heart as Paramatma, as Super Soul. Yet at the same time, Brahman Sarva Bhutani, but the living entity is bewildered in this material world and is riding on this yantra, on this machine made by material energy. So the limbs, the senses that we get, the knowledge acquiring senses, the 5 knowledge acquiring senses and the 5 working senses, they have been provided to us by material energy. So the body that we receive, which is made up of 5 gross elements, and then there is subtle body that we receive made up of 3 subtle elements, we have received it from material energy. Earth, water, fire, air, ether. So again, these 5 elements we have received is what the gross body consists of, and the subtle body consists of mind, intelligence and false ego. So here sage Satavrata, he is teaching us, because in the previous 5 verses, in the 5th verse, he is expressing us what is that form of Lord Shri Kṛṣṇa in his Bal Gopal in Vrindavan, his where the tears are flowing, running down the mascara on his cheeks, and his black curly locks of hair are falling on his face, and he's looking with his lotus eyes at Mother Yashoda in fearful way. And Mother Yashoda, seeing the sweet form of Lord Shri Krishna, his lotus eyes, as well as his reddened lips as bimpa fruit, rakteshcha. So again, it's like, blood is red. So that's how. And such a beautiful form. When she sees Lord Krishna, she is kissing him again and again. So this form of Bal Gopal and Vrindavan is what says Satavrata is praying to the Lordship, may ever be manifested in my heart. So when we sing Acharya's prayers and the preachers of great personality, prayers of great personalities like Sage Satavrata, we are expressing our love, and it is also that we are getting the benediction to understand their mood, right, in which they are praying, so that we can get purified. So this is very purifying. So during the month of Damodar, where bhakti is, the devotional service, the prema, which is the result. So again, in devotional service, bhakti is the process as well as the prayojana, the goal. And so the love of Godhead is invoked, and Bhakti Devi is the giver. She is the mother. So Radharani is being represented in this month as the Ishta Devi. So she is the presiding deity of the month of Kartik Damodar Mas. So Sage Satavrata, he is continuing to pray that, when he is saying that may this beautiful form of Bal Gopal and Vrindavan may ever be manifest in my heart, because what is the use of thousands of other boons? And he is deriding all other boons, like merging into Brahman, or even becoming a resident of Vaikuntha, the spiritual planets where everyone is worshipping Lord Krishna as Vishnu in his Vishnu form, and with awe and reverence. Rather, he is saying, what if even I get higher planet, which is further like Mathura, Dwarka and so forth, where everyone is lovingly exchanging and serving the Lordship. So he is even rising higher, saying that this pastime of Lord Krishna, being bound by the love of Mother Yashoda, is so sweet that I would like to have the boon that this will ever manifest in my heart. Which means he's actually looking to get the entrance in the topmost planet, Golok Vrindavan. And to be able to get there, so he suddenly changes his mood to in a prayerful way. So DamodarAstakam is all 8 stanzas are in the prayerful mode. But here, his mood in the prayerful form becomes paramount. And Srila Sanatana Goswami explains as well in his commentary as how Sage Satavrata, he is identifying in 2 major distinctions. He is saying, Namo Deva Damodar Ananta Vishnu Prasiddha Prabhu Dukha Jalandhi Bhagnam Kripa Drishti Vishyati Dina Vatanu Grihani Shamamaghyam Dakshidrishai. So he is saying, Namo Deva Damodar Ananta Vishnu. So he is calling Lordship with 6 different names, all glorifying to, glorifying the Lordship to invoke his mercy, the causeless mercy of Lord Krishna. So it starts with Namo. So again, just like the very first stanza started with Namamishwaram, my dear Lord, you are my Ishwar. So here he is saying, I pay obeisances to you. Namo Deva Damodar Ananta. So first is Deva. So Deva is the one who is worshipable. As we hear, Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu, Nimdganam Yatha Ganga, Devanam Achyuto Yatha, Puranam Idam Tatha. So where, among the Vaishnavas, the topmost Vaishnava is Lord Shambhu, Lord Shiva. Then, among all purifying rivers, the most purifying is the Ganges river, which attained this potency by washing the feet of Trivikrama, right? The Vamandev, when he expanded into this universal form. And then, third is the one who is worshipable of all the worshipable objects, Lord Kṛṣṇa, He is the Achyuta. And Achyuta is another name for Lord Kṛṣṇa, one who never falls down. So He is the one who is the worshipable deity. So He is referring that you are my worshipable deity. So, my dear deity means again, my dear Lord. So He is basically calling Deva. And then He is saying Damodara. Damodara is again invoking the mercy of the Lord by glorifying that you are only won by the love of your devotees, by the devotion of your devotee. You accepted Yashoda Mai, who is a great devotee of yours, and her husband, who in previous life was Drona. So you accepted them to be your parents, and so you allowed yourself to be bound by their love. The unlimited love of Mother Yashoda can only bound the unlimited lordship like you. And so you allow yourself to be bound by your devotees, by the love of your devotees. So please, understand my mood. So why is He expressing? Because the expression of love is important. It actually purifies us, from internally and externally, our consciousness, and also is beneficial to all the humanity around us. Yet at the same time, the focus is our purification. So the biggest difference between all of the yoga systems versus Bhakti Yoga, the devotion path, is that this path is for our own improvement. We don't have to make any show for anyone outside. We are just engaged in serving the Lordship. And that's how the disciplic succession also comes. It comes, and the spiritual masters are called Acharya. Acharya means one who shows by example, the very literal meaning of Acharya. So spiritual masters are Acharya because they are showing us how to do devotion service, how to engage in serving the Lordship. Anukulena Kṛṣṇa Anushilanam. As Lord desires, in favor of the Lord, Lord Shri Kṛṣṇa, Rishikesha, Rishikena, Sevanam Bhakti Ruchyate. So the topmost, seva is to serve Krishna with all our senses. And He is the master of the senses, to please Him with that mode. And Anushilanam is by following in the footsteps of Acharyas, following the footsteps of spiritual masters in disciplic succession. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was none other than Radha Krishna. Antah Kṛṣṇa, Bahar Radha. So He appeared in the complexion of Radharani, and the mood of Radharani, but He is none other than Lord Shri Kṛṣṇa. He appears in the Kali age, and in this Kali age, He is giving us the topmost mantra, right? Maha mantra. Hare Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa Kṛṣṇa, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So this prayer is also in the form, again, Maha mantra is a prayer, that we are calling out to the Lordship, oh my dear Lord Shri Kṛṣṇa, oh my dear Mother Radharani. She is also Hara. Hara means Radha, and with love when we call Mother Hare, it becomes Hare. With love when we call Sita, it becomes Site. So similarly, Mata Site. We are calling out with love to our Lordship and to His internal potency, our Mother Radharani. And we are praying that please engage us in your service. Ram refers to Radharaman, Ramchandra, Balaram, because all expansions of Lord Kṛṣṇa in His Vishnu Tattva form are non-different from Him. So He is expanding. So that's why Srila Prabhupada says that Vishnu forms are non-different. Sometimes people, they get bewildered and they basically say, well, in this particular case, this is a different, yes, the mood, the pastimes are different. And the original personality is Lord Shri Kṛṣṇa. So that is an essential aspect, and that has been revealed in Srimad Bhagavatam and other Puranas as well. Yes, when we were children, we used to think that Lord Kṛṣṇa is the 9th incarnation of Vishnu. Yet at the same time, it is clearly revealed. Ete chams kalapam sa Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Loke Mridayanti Yuge Yuge. In the 3rd chapter of 1st canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, when Srila Vyasadeva is describing the various incarnations has been revealed by Devashinada to him of Lord Shri Kṛṣṇa, there it is also clearly identified that Ite chams kalapam. So all these expansions and plenary portions and further expansions of Lord are, they are Vishnu Tattvas, yet Kṛṣṇa tu Bhagavan Swayam. So Lord Krishna is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. Indrari Vyakulam Loke. Indra Ari. Ari means enemy. Enemy of who? Indra. Enemy of Indras, when they Vyakulam, when they, cause anxiety all around the world, they cause disturbance all around the world. Mridayanti Yuge Yuge. You appear millennium after millennium. So Lord advents in this material universe and various material universes when there is disturbances caused by the asuras, the demoniac people, materialists. So that is when Lord appears to annihilate. And what are the three reasons Lord appears? He says in Bhagavad Gita, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma sansthapanāthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. To protect the devotees, to annihilate the miscreants, and to reestablish the principles of religion. He appears in this material universe again and again. So here, this prayer that we are chanting, Hare Kṛṣṇa Mahamantra, is transcendental sound vibration. It is beyond the three modes of material nature. And it is a prayer to the Lordship. So again, we are putting ourselves in that position that please save us. And why should we be praying? Because in this Kali age especially, this is prescribed. Lord understood that in this Kali age, we do not have the qualification to be engaged in austerities like in Satya Yuga people could engage. We could not engage in heavy, fire sacrifices to attain knowledge. We could not engage in deity worship to the level as it was performed in Dwapara Yuga, with all the chanting of the mantras, tantras and yantras and so forth. And so, what are the characteristics of Kali age? Somebody could ask. Why is we are not able to do any of those things, and why do we have to take shelter of Hare Kṛṣṇa Mahamantra, which is the Yuga Dharma? So Shukdev Goswami reveals this to Parikshit Maharaj. Kalera dosha nidhe rajan asti, actually prayena alpayusha sabhya kalavasmin yuge jana manda sumanda matyo manda bhagya upradutaha. So he is revealing to Parikshit Maharaj, prayena alpayusha sabhya. So men in this Kali age have alpayu, they are short-lived. Kalavasmin yuge jana. And then they are always quarrelsome. They are quarrelsome. Kalavasmin. So they are quarrelsome by nature. Manda is they are very lazy. Sumanda matyo. Sumanda matyo is not very intelligent. Srila Prabhupada used to refer to this as poor fund of knowledge. When people have poor fund of knowledge. So Sumanda matyo. Manda bhagya. And they are unlucky. So in this Kali age, people who are born are unlucky. And upraduta. And they are constantly disturbed. Druta is like, constantly being disturbed, constantly in anxiety. So that is the nature of people who are born in this Kali age. Yet at the same time, in the next verse, Shukdev Goswami reveals that how can one be delivered? Kalera dosha nidhe rajan asti ha eka mahan guna kirtanad eva Kṛṣṇasya mukta sangha param vrajet. So just by chanting, means again, Kalera dosha nidhe rajan. This Kali age is ocean of faults. Dosh nidhe. Dosh is faults. So ocean of faults. Asti ha eka mahan guna. However, it has one great quality. Kirtanad eva Kṛṣṇa. Just by chanting the holy name of Lord Shri Kṛṣṇa, Mukta Sangha, one can be freed from the three modes of material nature of this material world, and Param Vrajet, and can attain the supreme abode, can go back home, back to Godhead. So that is the benediction. And in Brihad Naradya Purana, Devashi Narad is also reminding us. So this is where we hear Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam eva kevalam kala nashteva 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 gatiranyatha. Chanting of the holy name, chanting of the holy name, chanting of the holy name is the only means to be delivered from this effects of this Kali age, and it will remove the effects, and it has been said 3 times just for the stress. Sometimes we say twice something to create stress. It is very, very good, right? Which means it is good, it is really good. We are trying to put a stress on that characteristic, on that quality. So here, again, in Brihadaranyaka Purana, when this verse appears, which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again and again propagated in this Kali age, is to stress that just by taking to the chanting of the holy name, we can be delivered. Yet at the same time, to really get the mood of chanting, we have to further study the Shastras, here take shelter of a bona fide spiritual master. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya ubdekshyanti tajjnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. So Lord Krishna is revealing that there is a process that needs to be followed. Tad vidhi, as per the process, right? Vidhi means process. Pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. We should take shelter of a bona fide spiritual master, serve him, and inquire from him submissively. So again, the mood as how we should place our inquiry has also been very nicely given. Ubdeshyanti tajjnanam. So Ubdesh, so we can receive the instructions of the spiritual master, the bona fide spiritual master. Jnaninas tattvadarshina, because he has seen the truth. So tattvadarshi, the one who has seen the truth, can reveal the truth to us. So that is the process. We have to follow the process. And Srila Prabhupada also revealed that when we read, these scriptures, there are personalities who are directly speaking to us. They are revealing the great secrets. And Srila Prabhupada, in his transcendental purpose, he has revealed the great meaning. That's why Bhagavad Gita is referred to as Bhagavad Gita as it is, right? As Lord Krishna intended it to be. So we get to understand Bhagavad Gita as it is through the purpose of Srila Prabhupada. And his purpose were composed from the purpose of great acharyas. He collected all the purpose, all the tikas, all the commentaries from the great acharyas like Jiva Goswami and Narottam Das Thakur, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. All these commentaries he would bring together, and then he would assimilate it for this age, for the current times. So that we, who are not very intelligent, lazy by nature, constantly disturbed, and very unlucky by nature, we can understand. Even within the effects of Kali age, we can understand, and Mukta Sangha Param Vrajat, and we can, taking to the chanting, taking to the devotional service process, can relieve ourselves from the three modes of material nature and attain the supreme abode. The goal of life is to attain the love of Godhead. So that secret has been revealed. That's why we should follow the acharyas. Means we should follow their instructions. And here sage Satyavrata is revealing in his prayers how we should be praying. Now when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, Srila Narottam Das Thakur in his prayers, regarding requesting the mercy in his prayers to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he also expressed similar mood. Shri Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Prabhu Daya kar more, tum bin ke dayalu jagat samsare, patita pavana hetu tav avataro, Mosama patita prabhu napai bearo. So Narottam Das Thakur is showing a similar mood as sage Satyavrata in Padma Purana is revealing. He is saying, my dear Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you appeared in this Kali age to deliver the fallen souls in this Kali age. So he is glorifying. First he is glorifying. Similarly, sage Satyavrata is glorifying the Lordship. That my dear Lord, you are my worshipable deity. You are my, the object of my worship. And Namo Deva Damodara. And you are only conquered by the love of your devotee, by the devotion of your devotee, by the constant affection and the service of your devotee filled with love, not with awe and reverence, but with love, with this attention, affection, absorption, to be able to pull you towards us. And you agree to be bound by that love, the pure love of your mother Yashoda. So you are bound. Similarly, Damodar month, many times, this pastime in Ashtakali and Nitya Leela, Lord is also bound by Radharani and the Sakhis. So there are various pastimes that have been revealed by the Acharyas, but he is bound by them, and that's why he is again and again referred to as Damodar. And even Mother Yashoda binds him many times, not just once. So this once has been given in Srimad Bhagavatam, has been revealed, but there are many, many different flavors as Mother Yashoda binds Lord Kṛṣṇa, and how he agrees to be bound by Mother Yashoda again and again. And she really believes that he is her son. She is worried about him, that if she doesn't feed him, he will become weak. If she doesn't take care of him, how will he survive? And whenever a demon attacks, that Lord Kṛṣṇa effortlessly kills. Actually, it is Vasudeva in Kṛṣṇa who kills. It's Vishnu in Kṛṣṇa who kills. Lord Kṛṣṇa is so much busy, he is so much enjoying his loving interaction, the loving exchange with his devotees, that he doesn't have time to kill anyone. It is Vasudeva in Kṛṣṇa that kills. It's Vishnu in Kṛṣṇa that kills these demons that are appearing in Bhauma Vrindavan, in the material manifested Vrindavan. That was 5,000 years ago. So, Damodar, Ananta. So, Lord, you are Ananta, you are unlimited. So, if you are unlimited, your mercy is also unlimited. Srila Sanatana Goswami reveals that, Lord, you are Ananta. When Sage Satavrata is praying, he is saying that you can easily bestow this mercy, you can easily appear in front of me, because you are Ananta, you can, and your mercy is also Ananta, your mercy is also unlimited. So please bestow your mercy of this on me. And what is this mercy? To give the boon so that your beautiful form of Bal Gopal may ever be manifest in my heart. So this is the boon, original boon, for which he is praying. And Anant Vishnu. Vishnu is one who is expanding everywhere, right? And he is maintaining everything. So the characteristic is, Lord, you are my maintainer. So this is where he is identifying the qualities that, we need to be cool, we need to be calm. And we remember the cool mantra, right? Anukulyasya sankalpa pratikulyasya varjanam rakshishyati iti vishvaso gopatitve varnam tatha atma nikshepa karpanye shadvidha sharanagati. So the 6 limbs of surrender has been revealed by, sharanagati, has been revealed by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And what are these 6 limbs? Anukulyasya sankalpa. So accepting everything in favor of devotional service, in favor of pleasing with love Lord Shri Kṛṣṇa. So in favor of devotional service. Rejecting everything, pratikulasya varjanam. Rejecting everything, varjanam, anything that is pratikul, unfavorable to devotional service. Rakshishyati iti vishvaso. Oh my dear Lord, you are my maintainer, you are my protector. So this is where he is revealing, Vishnu. Vishnu is revealing by calling, oh Lord, you are Vishnu. So by calling, invoking that characteristic of the Lordship, he is saying that you are my maintainer. Rakshishyati iti vishvaso gopatitve varnam tatha. Accepting the guardianship of the Lordship. Gopatitva, just like Gopas and Gopis, they are constantly under the shelter of Lord Shri Kṛṣṇa, being protected in his loving mood. Similarly, we accept, we seek the guardianship of the Lordship. Atma nikshepa karpane. Karpane means humility, in a humble mood. So the mood, Lord is bhavgrahi janatana. He understands the essence in our heart. So we have to be in the right mood to invoke that mercy of the Lordship, to accept our position truly. Not just make a show of it, but truly accept our position, that we are limited, we are fallen, yet at the same time you are unlimited. But he hasn't come to that point of putting himself low. He is just glorifying at this point Lord Shri Kṛṣṇa in his Damodar Leela. Vishnu. And then surrendering everything in Lord's service. So our mind, body and words, there are 3 ways we can perform actions. Body, mind and words. BMW, right? So by that, we can constantly serve the Lordship. And these are the 6 limbs of Sharanagati. So he is actually revealing, when he is calling the Lordship as Vishnu, he is revealing that you are my maintainer. And he is telling us how to pray by glorifying the Lordship. That's the first important aspect. And there are 6 ways he is calling. In the mood of surrender. And then he continues to pray. Prasiddha Prabho Dukkha Jalanthi Magnam. So he is saying that you are Prasiddha Prabhu. So you are my Lord, oh my dear Lord, and you are glorified all over the universe. And so you are my master as well as you are my Lord, and so please be pleased upon me. So be pleased upon me. So please have mercy on me. Please, bestow your mercy on me. So he's calling out first by glorifying the Lordship. And then, why should he be called? Why should he be the recipient of mercy? He places it in the second half. Just like Narottam Das Thakur in his Mosama Patita Na Pai Biaro. No one is more fallen than me. So Narottam Das Thakur is an exalted devotee of the Lord. He's one of the Manjaris in Golok Vrindavan, spiritual world. Yet he is in this mood, he is saying that I am the most fallen. In today's world, materialists, we see that they want to put themselves as authorities, they want to put themselves role model. But the true role models are these personalities who are putting themselves, showing us how we should be, praying in a humble mood. Tranadapi sunichena tarurapi sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. So how can we continue to chant? How can we continue to sing the prayers? How can we continue to express our, loving prayers to the Lordship? 4 characteristics. Tranadapi sunichena, thinking of ourselves to be lower than the grass on the street. Tarurapi sahishnuna, being more tolerant than the tree. Amanina, not expecting any respect from others. Manadina, but be ready to give all respect to others. When one is in this, has these 3 characteristics, in this mood, Kirtaniya Sadhari, we can chant, we can glorify, we can pray to the Lordship constantly, without interruptions. So he is teaching us, Sage Satyavrata is teaching us how to be in that mood. And he is saying, excuse me, he is saying that by showering your glance upon me, you will deliver this poor ignorant fool. So he is calling himself 3 very lowly positions. First is poor, who doesn't have anything. What do I have? So I need your mercy. Then I'm ignorant, I do not know what is right, what is wrong. And then why? Again, because I'm foolish by nature. And if we pay attention, the characteristics of the Kali age that we talked about, Kalere, Manda Sumanda Matya Man Bhagya Praduta, we actually have 6 bad qualities. He's only listing 3. So he's already highly exalted, but our position is even very, very lowly to the lowly personality he can think of himself. So we are in such a state, and how can we be proud? When Tamal Kṛṣṇa Maharaj, he asked Srila Prabhupada how to be humble. Srila Prabhupada, he said that Lord Kṛṣṇa, he is the master of unlimited universes, right? And the spiritual, I'm paraphrasing some of the aspect. And there are, all these universes, spiritual and material universes only constitute 25%, and still they are unlimited. And of these material universes, we are in a very small universe. And this small universe, there are unlimited planets. And we are on this small planet called Earth. And on this Earth, there are so many, hundreds of countries. And on this, we are in this one country, USA. And then within this country, there are so many cities, thousands of cities, and we are in this one city, Los Angeles. And on this city, there are thousands of streets, and we are on this one street. And on this street, there are many houses, and we are in this one house. And this house, there are many rooms, and we are in this one room. And here in this one room, a person is thinking, I'm very important. So this reveals to us that we are so minuscule, we are insignificant. Yet at the same time, our love towards Lord, we have the potency to have unlimited love. Right, by taking to the Lordship, service of the Lordship. What is it? And we can pray. So we have the ability. So in the human form of life, which is, a rare form, we have this ability that we can pray. So with greater power comes greater responsibility. So we have to be able to understand. So only in the human form, Srila Prabhupada reveals to us, we can inquire about the Absolute. Atato Brahma Jigyasa. Who am I? Why am I here? Why are we suffering? Why is this COVID-19 pandemic going on? When will all this end? How can I attain success in life? And the ladder of success also is secret, right? Even though it's revealed in all the scriptures, it's secret because people don't accept it in their heart, that it is to take to devotional service that we can perfect our life. And in this life we attain perfection, after life we attain supreme perfection. So right now and here we can be in Vaikuntha, we can be devoid of all the miseries just by taking to the chanting of the Hari name. Hare Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa Kṛṣṇa, Hare Hare, Hare Rāma, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So when Sage Satavrata is revealing it, he is saying that why are we, means again he is putting our position in Damodar Leela, in DamodarAstakam, he is revealing that we are immersed in an ocean of worldly sorrows. And the only way so when immersed in worldly sorrows, it refers to tears. We are constantly seeing pain everywhere, we seeing anxiety, and yet at the same time all of this can be driven away by the beautiful form of Bala Gopal in Vrindavan, whose reddened cheeks are being kissed by Mother Yashoda again and again, whose eyes so fearful, filled with tears, and the beautiful locks of hair are showing upon his face, imbued with reddened. So that is coming from the kumkuma from Mother Yashoda. And so in this beautiful form, as Lord agrees to be bound, agrees to become, take a lower position than his devotee. So sometimes people, Mayavadis, they want to merge into Brahman to become God, which is an offense. And Srila Prabhupada said that why do you want to become God when you can become greater than God? Like Mother Yashoda. So we are, they are Ragatmikas. So the eternal associates of the Lord Shiva are referred to as Ragatmikas. And we are their followers. That's why we are also referred to as Rupanugas. So we follow the instructions of Rupa Goswami, Srila Rupa Goswami. We are also Radhanugas because we are following the instructions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Kṛṣṇa appearing in the mood of Radharani and the complexion of Radharani. So we are actually more worshipper and followers of Radharani than Lord Shri Kṛṣṇa. And why? Because when mother says to the father that he is a good devotee of yours, please accept this son of yours, embrace him, Lord cannot say no. So Lord Kṛṣṇa, when Radharani puts a plea in front of Lord Shri Kṛṣṇa, then he will have to accept us. So yes, he has causeless mercy, his causeless mercy is there, yet we are approaching through the acharyas, we are approaching through the disciplic succession. That is the process, and the process becomes more potent if we follow it with our heart and soul, fully carrying out. So here Sage Satavrata is telling us that by praying to the Lordship in this mood is for our own benefit, to be able to relieve ourselves from the material sorrows, the anxieties, the three kinds of material miseries, and the being bound by the gunas. Guna also means ropes of the three modes of material nature: Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna, and Tamo Guna. Sattva Guna is mode of goodness, Rajo Guna is mode of passion, Tamo Guna is mode of ignorance. Hare Kṛṣṇa. So this is where we'd like to end today's class, and please join us for DamodarAstakam. And this is very auspicious time in the month of Kartik as we sing DamodarAstakam. If you have an opportunity, please light a lamp to the Lordship. Hare Kṛṣṇa. Shri DamodarAstakam ki jai. Shri Radha Damodar ki jai. Kartik Maas ki jai. Hare Kṛṣṇa.
We are singing DamodarAstakam.
DamodarAstakam followed by the translation. ki jai, Shri Radha Damodar ki jai. So we will be reading the translation together. Hare Kṛṣṇa. Shri DamodarAstakam translation in English, verse 1. To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge and bliss, whose sharp-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokul, who due to the offense of breaking the pot of the yogurt that his mother was churning into butter, and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a string, is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yashoda, but who has been caught from behind by her, who ran after him with greater speed. To that Supreme Lord, Sri Damodar, I offer my humble obeisances. Verse 2. Seeing the whipping stick in his mother's hand, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked with 3 lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To this Supreme Lord, Sri Damodar, whose belly is bound not with the ropes but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances. By such childhood pastimes as this, he is drowning the inhabitants of Gokul in pools of ecstasy, and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence, that he is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all conceptions of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodar hundreds and hundreds of times. Verse 4. O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Bal Gopal in Vrindavan may ever be manifest in my heart, for what is the use of me of any other boon besides this? Verse 5. O Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by locks of soft black hair tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me. Verse 6. O Supreme Lord, I offer my obeisances unto you, O Damodar, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord, be pleased upon me. By showering your glance of mercy upon me, deliver this poor ignorant fool who is immersed in an ocean of worldly sorrows and become visible to my eyes. Verse 7. O Lord Damodar, just as the 2 sons of Kuver, Manigriv and Nalakuvar, were delivered from the curse of Narad and made into great devotees by you in your form as a baby tied with a rope to a wooden grinding mortar, in the same way, please give to me your own prema bhakti. I only long for this, and I have no desire for any kind of liberation. Verse 8. O Lord Damodar, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent rope which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord, who displays unlimited pastimes. Shri DamodarAstakam ki jai, Shri Radha Damodar ki jai, Kartik Mas ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Anant Koti Vaishnava Vrind ki jai. Nitaya Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Hare Kṛṣṇa. So this is DamodarAstakam prayers that we just recited. Very auspicious to recite every morning and every evening during the month of Kartik. And this is also Bhishma Panchak currently going on. Today is the third day. And during Bhishma Panchak, if we observe the austerities of Kartik Mass, we get the full benefit of Kartik Mass. So even if you missed the boat, you didn't really miss the boat. There is still opportunity. And every moment is a great opportunity ahead of us to remember the Lordship, to remember these prayers, to understand the mood of Sage Satyavrata, so that we get purified, our existence get purified, and we can attain the goal of life by going back home, back to Godhead. Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Hare Krishna.